electro.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Another update on my Mardu deck tech. Probably best to turn the light off, but not really. Okay. There we go. Guess that'll work out, whatever. So my Mardu deck tech, it's pretty simple now. I think I've updated it much more. It's not like the intro pack like it was in the last video, and I apologize. So let's get to it. Our land base is pretty simple, pretty weird. We have 3 of the Bloodfell Caves. They enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever they enter the battlefield, you gain 1 life, and they add a black or a red mana to your pool. So they're pretty good to have. We have 2 Wind-Scared Craigs. Enters the battlefield, you gain a life. Enters the battlefield tapped, adds a red-white mana to your pool. And then 1 Scourge Barons. Adds, 1 life, and enters the battlefield tapped, adds a black or a white. We have 8 Mountain. Regular, basic land. 8 Mountain. Right there. 7 Swamp. Right here. And 5 Plains. So that is our land base of the entire deck. Creatures. Creatures is the weirdest part in this entire deck. And I'll be honest, it's strange what I did with creatures in this deck. We have Mardu Hateblade. It's a very small base of creatures in the entire deck, as you can tell. Mardu Hateblade. 1 white mana. You play it. It's a 1/1. If you tap a black, it gains Death Touch until end of turn. We have 3 of these in the deck. So, 3 Mardu Hateblades. 1 Carrion Crow. Enters the battlefield tapped. It has flying, and it's a 2/2 for 1 black and 2 colorless. We have one of the best creatures in the deck. Butcher of the Horde. A red, white, and a black, and 1 colorless. It has flying, and if you sacrifice another creature, it gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Haste until the end of turn. It's a 5/4 with flying. It's a great card. We have 2 Mardu Rough Riders. Red, black, and white, and 2 colorless. They attack each when they enter the battlefield, or whenever it attacks, target creature can't block this turn. It's a 5/4. So 2 of those. We have Ravenous Demon, 2 black and 3 colorless. Sacrifice a human and transform it. Activate the ability only as a sorcery. And it transforms into this bad boy right here. Archdemon of Greed. Flying and trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a human. If you can't, tap it and it deals 9 damage to you. 9/9. Now, the thing about that card is the 9 damage to you. You really got to make sure you have humans. I'll be honest, I have plenty of humans. May not look like it, but I do. You'll see why and why I'm saying that. This is the Mardu Ankle Shaker. 2 for 3 red, for a red, a white, and a black. 2 mana. He has haste, and whenever it attacks, creatures you control gain first strike and death touch until end of turn, and it is a 2/2. Great card to have. I'm sorry for the quality. It's the stupid freaking light back here. Alright, we'll get into our instants. Our instants are very useful. I'm just going to go black, and I'm going to open up my shades. Alright, yeah. Perfect. There we go. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Now, instants. We have 1 Erase. Erase is a great card to have. Exile a target enchantment for 1 white mana. Instant. Pretty decent. We have 3, and this is where, or 4, whole playset. And this is where the deck really comes to its best. Raise the Alarm. 1 white, 1 colorless. Put 2 1/1 white soldier tokens out on the field. Human soldiers. So yeah, humans. Right there. Beautiful. We have a Shatter. 1 red, 1 colorless. Destroy target artifact. We have 2 Crackling Dooms. 3, 1 red, 1 black, and 1 white. It deals 2 damage to each opponent, and each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among he or she controls. So it kind of wipes out the big giant guy. Mardu Charm. 1 black, 1 white, 1 red. You can either deal 4 damage to a creature, put 2 1/1 white warrior tokens on the field, and they gain first strike until end of turn, or have your opponent reveal a hand, you choose a non-creature, non-land, and they discards the card. So, that's an alright card. We have 3, this is also where it comes in, Burn deck. Spite the Bring Low, 1 red and 3 colorless, deals 3 damage to a creature. If the creature has a +1/+1, it deals 5 damage instead. So that's a great card to have in the deck. We have 2 Smite the Monstrous. Destroy target creature with a power 4 or greater for 1 white and 3 colorless. Great card to have as well. We have 2 Burnaways. These are great for fighting a Sultai deck. It kills them badly. 1 red, 4 colorless. Bring Low deals 6 damage to a target creature, and when that creature dies this turn, exile all cards from its controller's graveyard. For a Sultai, if you're fighting a Delve deck, that is deadly. Their mana is gone. Flesh to Dust. 1 other card we have. 2 black, 3 colorless. Destroy target creature, it can't be regenerated. And for our last cards, we have Heat Rays. 2 of them. 1 red, 2 X amount of mana. Deals X damage to a target creature, so it could be any amount of mana, really. That's why that's at that point there. So, we're going to get into our sorceries now. For our sorceries, we have 3 of the Tormenting Voice. 1 red, 1 colorless. As an additional cost, you discard a card and draw 2 cards. 2 of the Hordeling Outburst. 1 red, 2 red, 1 colorless. Put 3 1/1 red goblin tokens out on the field. So there's that. And we have Breaking Point. 2 red, 1 colorless. Any player can have it deal 6 damage to him or her. If no one does, destroy all creatures. Creatures destroyed this way cannot be regenerated. So either you're going to take 6 life or everything's board wiped. For 3 mana. That's a beautiful card. And I love it. For our artifacts, we have the Lens of Clarity. Great card to have just to see what you're going to draw. 1 colorless. You may look at a top card of your library and at any face-down creatures you don't control at any time. So basically, you get to just be like, alright, here you go. And then we have 2 of the Mardu banners. 3 colorless. Adds a red or white. If you tap a red, black, and white, you can sacrifice it and draw a card. For our enchantments, we have 1 Crippling Blight, 1 black. Enchant a creature gets a -1/-1 and cannot block. And 1 Day or Death Experience. This card's great if you can get it out. 3 white and 2 colorless. At the beginning of your turn, if you have exactly 1 life, you win the game. Great card. For our Planeswalkers, Tybolt the Fiend Blooded, 2 red. For a +1, you draw a card and discard a card at random. For a -4, it deals damage equal to the number of cards in a target player's hand to that player. -6, gain control of all creatures until the end of turn. Untap them and they gain haste. And it starts out at 2. So for 2 red mana, that's a decent Planeswalker, I think. For our next Planeswalker in our deck, Sorin the Solemn Visitor. 1 black, 1 white, 2 colorless. +1, you get to, until your next turn, creatures you control get a +1 and gain lifelink. -2, put a 2/2 black vampire token with flying onto the battlefield. -6, you get the emblem. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. Starts out at 4. Gets to 6, you get that emblem. Emblems can't be destroyed. Best freaking card in the world, probably. Number 4, our last Planeswalker, a Johnny Steadfast. 1 white, 3 colorless. +1 it until your next turn, until the end of turn, up to Up to one target creature gets a +1/+1 and gains First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink. -2, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each other planeswalker. 2 planeswalkers others? Yeah. -7, you get an emblem that if a source would deal damage to you or a planeswalker you control, prevent all but one. And that's 4 it starts out at. So that's the entire Mardu deck tech update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. It's a great deck. Now it plays very well. It's very good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. Thank you for watching. Pac-Man Trolls is out. Sorry for the quality, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.
Electra.